I'm gonna paint these pants. They are very little pants because they were commissioned to me by my girlfriend's 6-year-old. So we're gonna paint them up for him today. For this project, I'll just be using some regular acrylic paint, nothing too special. Whatever you have laying around should work. I'll also be using a textile medium. You mix this with a 1-to-1 ratio with your paint, and this helps it adhere to the fabric better. Lastly, you'll need a container to mix the paint and the medium in. I just like to reuse old medicine bottles or whatever I have laying around with a lid. I'm just now realizing I might have to split this video up in 2 parts because I don't have that much textile medium left. If you can see, there's just barely any in there. But I do have some mixed up already, some red and some black. So we can at least lay that part down today. And then probably have to run to the store and get some more, but I might edit it all together. I don't know, we'll see. So when I'm starting off here, I'm just filling in the pockets with the black paint. I prefer to work from my darkest value to my lightest value when I'm doing things, just because it's a lot easier to cover up light paint spills on the dark paint than it is to cover up dark paint spills on the light paint. Here I'm moving on to painting the belt loops. It's like the 3rd pair of pants I've designed where I color the belt loops, and it's tedious work. I don't know why I keep doing it because 90% of the time it's covered up with a t-shirt anyways, but hey. Now I've got the first layer of black laid down. I'm gonna go ahead and mix the textile medium I have left with the purple in this little pill bottle, and I'll do the splatter paint for the legs. And we might call it after that for the day, but we'll see. One thing to keep in mind too when using this textile medium, this stuff is almost like water consistency. So when I'm laying paint into like the pockets, for example, where it's heavy black and I want full coverage, I tend to lean towards a heavier bodied paint because that medium does thin it out a little bit just because of the difference in consistency. So when I want big coverage and like real saturated color, I tend to go with a heavier bodied paint. But then like for the splatter paint, for example, this is more of a fluid paint, easier to like throw around and splatter on the brush. So keep that in mind if you guys do paint your own pants, what body paint you want to be using. Here I'm going in with the purple splatter paint. I love doing splatter paint on pants. I don't know why splatter paint is so fun. It's just kind of embraces that feeling of throwing paint at the wall and seeing how it lands, but this is a bit more controlled, I guess, because I have a little piece of paper blocking the pockets that I already painted, as if that was really helping. This shit ended up all over my walls. Hopefully my landlord doesn't find out. Now I'm coming in with the black layer splatter paint. The darkest to lightest value rule doesn't count on this because obviously I didn't care with it being splatter paint. I wanted it to overlay all over atop each other anyways, so that didn't really matter in this instance. We're back, it's the next day. Got more textile medium. So let's mix up some red and finish these up. ran out of sunlight, so I had to switch up the angle. Day 3 on these pants. My camera died last night and I just kept working. Ended up laying down the yellow on the front and finishing the back of them. I'm gonna try to wrap these up before I head over there tonight. Hopefully it won't be too late. I'm gonna hit this yellow with the heat gun so it'll dry a little faster. And then we just got the other leg to do, so let's get into it. Try to make it quick. Acrylic paint's so versatile and it usually dries quick anyways, but this heat gun is a game changer. This is the first project where I really busted it out and I've been using it since. Getting 2 or 3 layers done without having to wait like 10 minutes or so for them to dry in between, it just like tripled my work rate. So if you're painting with acrylic often, bust that heat gun out, bro. Bang that painting off in a night. I don't know how super well the camera's gonna pick it up, but this is after like 3 coats of the yellow. You can kind of see some of the background is bleeding through. In hindsight, I probably should have went a different route. Next time what I'll probably do is the yellow layer first, so it's just on the straight denim, and then mask it off and then do the splatter paint. Just cover it up with some tape or something, but honestly it'll just add to the distressed vibe. And dude, these are probably gonna get thrashed anyways, so they'll probably see a lot of time in the washer, so not tripping too bad on it for real. Right here I start working on the details of my favorite weapon in my arsenal, my Posca markers. Dude, it took me so long to buy these things because they're pretty pricey, but once I finally pulled the trigger, I have no regrets. Shameless plug, free plug, I love these things. I don't know why I sketched this circle in with paint, bro. Oh my god. A crisis.
Why?
I wrote the letters too big and now it's crammed and I don't know what to do.
On his pants? Is there something that removes the paint from the material?
I don't think so. I gotta pivot on this whole fucking leg, bro. Oh, I'm about to puke. I can pivot, improvise, overcome, adapt. Bear Grylls has been teaching me this my whole life. And improvise we did, bro. Here I'm grabbing my circle template, just making some more circles. My brain was working here. I'm trying to figure out other things I can do. Originally the design was supposed to have his name going down this pant leg, and I don't know what I was doing. That's what I get for being in a hurry, I guess. But this is me fixing my mess up and happening to change it up a little bit. But that's okay, because that's why art's fun. Sometimes it doesn't go as planned, but that's just an opportunity to do something else. Finally finished these bad boys. Time to go drop them off. Here you go, dude. Look at them.
Oh my. What?
They're pretty sick, kid.
Do these fit me? I'm gonna test them really fast.
This where O-Rin Ishii took his scalp, 2 bars tight. Lyrics sharp like a scalpel, cutting down the competition since they got a mouthful. Talking more shit than the Jedi Council.